Hey, Patrick, can you believe some people don't know what today is?
Bullshit. Hold my beer.
Good evening and welcome to Bullshit, Hold My Beer. It is May the fucking 4th. May the 4th be with you. And you know what's more important? It's fucking launch day. That's right, like the missile on Boba Fett's backpack. We are failing to take off, actually. We've only gotten like 80 downloads, so please help us out with that. If you hear this podcast and you have a friend that you don't like, share it with them. Tell them it's an amazing show and they should devote some time listening to it. Or you could genuinely enjoy yourself while listening to us ramble about politics, entertainment, and more. Speaking of which, tonight, as always, I am joined by my good friend, Patrick Alger. Patrick, how you doing this evening?
May the 4th be with you. I'm doing great.
May the 4th be with you always. And we are going to be talking about some strange shit. We're gonna talk about Congress and our own orange fucking Yoda, or maybe he's more like a Wookiee, and his plans for the government in general. We're going to be discussing how Uber is going all scary fucking Big Brother on you. And we're going to be getting into possibly ways that social media may have ruined your life or may be on the way to ruining your life. Not really sure how the show is going to develop this evening, but we're going to drop 10 yards and punt. That seems to be the Trump hardline on how to run a government, so I figure that can be a good way to run a show. As always, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BSHMBeer, patreon.com at patreon.com/BSHMBeer, and on Twitter at BSHMBeer. Please join us for all of the wonderful rants and raves as we move forward. Our first story comes to us from MSN.com. I feel a little bit like a 70-year-old man because I spend a lot of time trolling MSN at this point in time. Let's see. We're going to talk about Trump and his plans for the government here as far as government shutdowns. I don't know if you recall the last time we had a budgetary crisis or anything like that, but we're facing one at this point.
Another furlough?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's jump right into this article. It's from MSN News. Lawmakers in both parties celebrated reaching a spending deal that would avoid a government shutdown this week. This fucking week.
This week.
We're
for a week, folks.
Right? Yeah, government 7 days at a time. Take it easy. But President Trump took to fucking Twitter. God damn it. I haven't pre-read a lot of these articles, and it doesn't fucking surprise me to find Twitter in there.
I thought they'd take it away from him when he got the presidency. Like, listen, we're going to take this away, and then you
Well, Obama was saying
have it back after class.
His handlers took it away from him during the campaign.
Right.
The last few weeks of the campaign, they were like, no more Twitter, sir. Fuck. President Trump took to Twitter on Tuesday morning to argue that the country needs a good shutdown. That's a quote. Needs a good shutdown to fix Senate rules and require him to negotiate with Democrats.
That's interesting. Just fucking shut it down.
Yeah, fuck you. The deal struck by Republican and Democratic leaders to fund the government through September 30th includes some of the increased defense spending Trump had requested, but not funding for his wall along the Mexican border. It also continues subsidies for health insurance under Obamacare and provides emergency funding for Puerto Rico, where a budget crisis has threatened Medicaid payments, blah, blah, blah. Both were big Democratic priorities. Now, first off, I will go on the record saying I could give a fuck about Puerto Rico. I love that it's some kind of weird protectorate and it has all kinds of bizarre laws without it actually being a state and having the responsibilities of a state, but
they voted to become a state, and I think we said no.
Well, I mean, can you blame us? Like, we'll take Canada.
Right.
If Canada wants to, because Quebec wanted to secede from the Union, they keep missing that by like 1% of the popular vote. If Quebec becomes its own country, I'm 98% sure we'll just fucking absorb the rest of Canada.
Right.
And get all their Tim Hortons and tax revenues.
Can we get the health care from them? Because we're seeming to struggle with that.
Nope. Sorry, they'll get Trump care.
They'll go back in 2 days.
Sorry, we didn't know. We thought that was just a joke. Nobody really told us that this is. Are you guys serious?
Yeah, you guys are serious about that shit?
Yeah, you really? No school? How do you learn anything? Oh, never mind. That explains so much. So basically Trump was pissed because the plan they had come up with to get through September didn't include plans for his fucking wall.
Right.
It included some Puerto Rico measures, and it also included, we're going to keep Obamacare coming, because, Mr. President, you failed to provide any other fucking thing. Now, granted, you were saying that they got the new Trump care, the abolishment of Obamacare through the House,
right?
And it's in the Senate right now, which makes my tweet at him today seem a little bit less awesome. I was like, fucking do something about it then, because he did do something about it, but still, it wasn't anything awesome because it's still pending approval. Now, that's a total side note, but I was listening to the news today, and they were talking about the fact that, yes, it has passed the House. Now it has to get past the Senate. And if they get more than, I want to say the magic number was 26 or 36 nay votes on the Republican side, they're sunk anyway.
Right.
And right now they have 22 Republican individuals who are saying, no, we're not going to approve the plan as it stands right now. We can't abolish Obamacare until we have a plan to put in its place. And right now the plan is a big fucking shoulder shrug. So we're not okay with letting that go through.
Right, it's like quitting your job. You don't quit your job until you have another one lined up.
Yeah, or something, like podcasting.
Yeah.
But I gotta thank the Republican Party for that one tiny goddamn bit of protection, but it still doesn't seem like the most sane policy, and let's face it, he's gonna be all kinds of up in arms. He was tweeting out today, if you think Obamacare is a worthwhile plan, you're fucking delusional. And...
well, it's not the best plan, but if you're going to take it away, come up with something better.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll even go one step further and say it's kind of a bad plan because it really put a lot of restrictions and things on the people it was supposed to protect.
Right.
It really kind of fucked with the class of people that it was supposed to protect. But that's the way of things when you're trying to pass universal health care and your Senate is entirely opposed to you. The original versions of Obamacare were pretty much socialized medicine. And to make the Republicans happy, there was a ton of concessions and rewrites that had to go into place. And things like state swapping and all this bullshit gerrymandering that had to go into it. And we got the kind of fucking Down syndrome baby that is Obamacare. To all the Down syndrome babies out there, we love you if you're listening. You're worthwhile and you give the best hugs.
Oh, yeah.
It's all led to what we have. And it is what it is. We'll take it. Right, we'll take it as it is, at least until you come up with something better.
We have no choice.
Right, if the kids are playing in an empty fucking dirt field, you know, if my daughter is playing with her friends in an empty dirt field full of nails and boards and heroin needles, I might tell her she's not allowed to play ever. No,
yeah, that would be best, just not to play there.
but no, like I'll tell her you can't play there, but you can still play. You know, you can still play with your friends until I come up with something better. A better place. Maybe you can play at your friend's house or my house or something like that. Until I come up with something better. Right now, Obamacare is not actively hurting most folks out there, and it's providing some protections for people. Did you see the Jimmy Kimmel thing on the ABC show or the Late Show or some fucking show?
His show?
Yeah.
No, I missed that.
Oh, we'll have to take a look at that during.
I have no TV, so.
Yeah, during one of the pauses, it came to me through stuff and things. But anyway, let's get back to this story.
All right.
So this is these are tweets that the Great Orange One himself sent out.
The Orange Chet from Weird Science.
Like the Cheeto in Chief.
Yeah.
The reason for the plan negotiated between the Republicans and the Democrats is that we need 60 votes in the Senate, which are not there. We either elect more Republican senators in 2018 or change the rules now to 51% of the country. Our country needs a good shutdown in September to fix this mess. So he is literally trying to change the rules. Right now, as it stands, you need a pretty good majority. I forget exactly what the numbers are, but you need a large majority of the Senate. You need so many votes in the Senate to get anything passed. 51%, better than half, doesn't quite do it. He wants to change the rules of how laws are passed.
Of course, it's not going in his favor, so change
exactly.
the rules.
Exactly. It's the Kobayashi Maru.
Yeah.
Now, as much as I love Captain Kirk, right now, you know, I gotta Spock this motherfucker, because you can't just fucking rewrite government like that. Some presidents did, but those were cool presidents like Lincoln and Roosevelt. You're Trump. You can't just change the fucking rules because you're losing. It's not okay.
Well, it's not a Circle K either. You can't just shut down up and then go back to business as usual.
Right? Wash the vomit off the walls, get the cum out of the sink in the bathroom, and call it a day.
If he's wanting to clean it up, he's hiring all the wrong people. He's just hiring... It's a fucking shit show for him. He's like, how could I fuck this up worse? Let's just hire the wrong people for the wrong jobs.
No shit.
Do you hate the environment? You could be part of the Environmental Protection Agency.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and lead this charge? Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell changed Senate rules this year to allow Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch to be confirmed without Democratic support, but he said he could not change rules for other legislation. They literally have bent the rules once for Trump to get Neil Gorsuch in because the Democrats were going to play Republican hardball with him and try and block him all day long like the Republicans did.
Right.
Now, when the Republicans were blocking our guy, and I say our guy even though I'm independent, but
Yeah.
when the Republicans were blocking the Democratic nominee, the Democrats said fuck, and they played by the rules. When the Democrats were blocking the Republican nominee, the Republicans said fuck you, we'll change the rules, we'll play a new game. You guys are playing baseball, we're gonna play fucking hockey. Fuck, man, I don't get it. However, this has brought out some great senators have come out on Twitter. Some great stuff came out on Twitter in response. Senator Bob Casey, a sitting president advocating for a shutdown of his own government. ...
Right.
Those are words you never think you will ever tweet. Like the real president wants his own government to shut the fuck down. Jim Hines says those who can pay attention and who can remember way back to 2013 know that there is no such thing as a quote unquote good shutdown. This comes into play in the fact that you remember the shutdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a buddy at the academy, the Federal Academy at that point in time, who had gotten like 4 weeks into the Federal Academy and had to be sent the fuck home.
Right, interrupt the training.
Yeah, and I think he had to go back for the full 6 or 7 weeks again, didn't he?
No, they continued right where they left off. Yeah.
But still, like he spent like a month back at home just waiting for his federal certification, waiting for his raise, trying to make new family plans, and that was just a minor version of the inconvenience. These governmental shutdowns, they're not a small thing. They're a real fucking thing. This is a great one from Michael F. Michael F. Bennett, I apologize. During the 2013 shutdown in Colorado, 53,000 workers were sent home without pay.
Right.
30 labs were closed down. $24 billion in revenue was lost. $24 billion was lost. There's no such thing as a good shutdown.
No. That's
$24 billion. Trump is willing to say, yeah, we need to take a $24 billion bullet because I'm throwing a hissy fit about... It is never okay when the government shuts down and stops running. It is never fucking okay when the government can't government.
Well, he's not seeing the back end of that. He's seeing, well, I'm going to punish the Democrats or whoever's standing in his way, because I think Republicans are also they're standing against them. So he wants to punish the people standing against him, but he's not looking at the back end. All the guys that have nothing to do with this that are going to get fucking hosed.
Yeah, like all the people who are fucking... You better start training carrier pigeons, motherfucker, because the post office is going to shut down. The roads that you want so desperately to rebuild. Oh, shit, guess what? Government fucking workers. Hey,
right?
Great fucking idea. Let's send all them home. I thank Christ sometimes that I work for a fucking tribe and that all the prisons in the country aren't government funded, but we're looking at... A friend of ours works at a hydroelectric dam that is fucking run by the Bureau of the fucking Interior.
Yeah, shut that down and we have no electricity.
Yeah, the entire Southwest goes fucking black for a little while. Oh, wait, that's right. Fuck, we have coal.
Yeah,
let's just burn fucking coal. God damn it! This is fucking depressing.
We're not set up to run coal over here, so that's not going to help us.
Fuck. Man, when we first started doing this, I thought this would be funny. I thought there'd be a lot of laughing, but there's been so much crying. Oh, God damn it.
This is our world, and yes, we have to live in it.
Yeah. Finally, Adam... Adam Schiff. How could a shutdown be good with parks closed, government services unavailable, and people furloughed? Answer? Oh, this is great. This is fucking epic. Let me start this one again.
Okay.
Let me start this one again from Adam Schiff.
All right,
Replay. Whoever this guy is, he needs to get a fucking award. Is a representative. How could a shutdown be good with parks closed, government services unavailable, and people furloughed? Answer. Golf at Mar-a-Lago unaffected.
Unaffected.
Yeah, because that's what that fucker would be doing.
Didn't he give Obama shit for playing golf?
Probably.
Yeah, well, he gave everybody shit about everything.
I hope so.
Yeah.
This guy, if he did give Trump shit for playing golf, I hope he gave Obama shit for playing golf. I mean, there's a certain point at which you're like, P.S., you're the fucking president. Go president.
Right.
What is it? Fucking Bush spent every goddamn other weekend at Camp David, and I don't know. Bohemian Grove. There's a whole episode on fucking Bohemian Grove in there.
We can dig into that later.
Yeah, folks, if you are listening to this and you want to throw anything at us about Bohemian Grove, we will do that as a special fucking merrily. The beginning of Alex Jones, by the way, because Alex Jones is the guy who got fucking footage. That's back when he was never a reliable news source, but he was less fucking crazy because at least he was talking about something that really existed. Ultimately, it's a horror show. Trump wants to shut down the government. He wants to shut down the government. He can say this because he is a billionaire. Right. He can say this because he will be completely unaffected. But people like you and me who rely on government programs and government funding to help run our everyday lives for things like fucking mail and, well, really, mail. A lot of mail. Going to there. But,
we haven't converted to only email yet, so.
Yeah, friends of ours are in government positions, and there's just a lot going on. We work for a tribe, which is a sovereign nation, but it receives government funds. And if those government funds don't come in, guess who's out of a fucking job or furloughed? That's you, me, and everybody else.
Yep.
So, and then what do we do? Who's going to watch the fucking kids? Because I'm not going to watch them for free.
No.
Apparently, the listener probably thinks we work at a Spanish daycare or something weird. Just keep thinking that. But ultimately, man, when a sitting president is calling for the shutdown of his country, a sitting president should be doing everything he possibly can to avoid this, to play mediator, to get people to reach across the aisle. And this fucker's just talked about changing the rules.
Turning into the skid. He's just, fuck it, let's go with it.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go with it.
Yeah, that'll teach you.
Yeah, right? Let's just fucking kick
because it's not going to affect them. They're going to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, shut down. Cool, we're going home.
Mr. President, we will shut down this government. Bullshit. Hold my beer.
Yeah.
Fuck. So we have a story that's slightly more upbeat at this point in time. Missing surfer found alive after...
He was found alive, folks.
Yeah. Missing surfer. That's our upbeat. That is a missing surfer. A man possibly dead at sea is more... But that's more lighthearted than our goddamn presidency. London. This comes from MSN.com. I'm sure. Hold on just a second. Alright, that's better. Wait, no. It tastes like cheese balls and chicken pizza.
I washed.
Matthew Bryce. Matthew Bryce was found conscious but suffering from hypothermia when located by rescuers 13 miles offshore. He was recovering Tuesday at a hospital in Belfast, Northern Ireland. They're pretty good at saving people, considering, IRA and all those tragedies for years and years and years. For those of you not born in the 80s, the IRA was an Irish terrorist group right before Al-Qaeda got all kinds of fucking uppity, and we stuck our dick in their mouth. The IRA got really fucking quiet after Osama bin Laden decided to bomb us. They really stopped, the IRA just did not want publicity at that point in time. Ooh, hi, shit. They're
Isn't
gonna...
that bad? Al-Qaeda ruined terrorism for...
Used to be such a noble and upright profession.
Yeah, this was cool once, and then they came and fucked it all up.
Well, when you're bombing the English, that's one thing. But when you're bombing America, IRA was, they get pissed easy, don't they? We're going to be really fucking quiet. Like, no, put the pipe bomb down. They flew planes in this shite. Ooh, they're good at this. Let's see. The 22-year-old set off to go surfing on Sunday morning from... fuck you, Scotland. Marchrahanish Beach. That's the best it's going to get. Marchrahanish Beach on Scotland's west coast, but was reported missing when he failed to return that afternoon. First off, I've been to California, and I've watched surfers. They go out a little ways, they never get out of eye shot, and they surf back in, and, life is good. Boop.
It's fucking Scotland, dude. You gotta do it way better than that. You got to get way the fuck out there in that way fucking cold water. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing out in that water anyway? God damn. You give me hypothermia in 2 fucking seconds if I went in that water.
They found his dick 12 miles away from him.
They found him, and he was all beard at that point. Fucking, that's how he survived. He just grew a fuck all awesome beard out there.
Oh, shit.
Fucking hell.
Authorities admitted that they were, quote, gravely concerned and hope was fading of finding Bryce alive for so long in the water. Dawn Petrie, a spokeswoman for the Coast Guard Operations Center in Belfast that coordinated the search, said at 7:30 p.m., the crew on the Coast Guard rescue helicopter were delighted when they located the man still alive on his surfboard 13 miles off the coast. He made it 13 miles off the coast. That's I don't know. I tend to think the Scots do it better. That's a fucking man's man.
Well, they talk shit better on Call of Duty. I love listening to their videos.
Yeah, you fucking cake sniffer. Yeah, granny bagger.
Smasher.
Yeah, granny bagger. That's listening to the Scots on Call of Duty, that is one of the great joys of life. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, sea temperature in the area at the time of Bryce's disappearance dropped to as low as 46 degrees.
Right.
46 degrees.
We're in Arizona, so I'm dying if you get near that number. Out of the water.
That's some ball shrinking cold. 46 fucking degrees. Ocean swells. Now this is what I think is the funny part of the story. Ocean swells were relatively calm over the weekend in the waters off the Scottish coast. Waves between 3 and 4 feet high. What the fuck was he doing surfing? What was he?
That's why I got 13 miles out. He's looking for the good waves. I'll go find him my fucking self.
Fuck this. I'll go find it. They probably pulled him out of the water. He's like, no, I've almost found one. Fucking bastards, put me back in. Oh, man. Good for this guy, though. Like, whoo, he has got a story, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's hard to beat. That's right up there with him and the dude that punched a shark in the nose should get together. That's your new action duo. Fuck Chuck Norris. This is going to feed directly into our Baywatch review later in the show.
All right.
The surfer's level of preparation probably saved his life. He was kitted out in all the right clothing, including a thick neoprene suit that must have helped him survive this long at sea. They were impressed. He was wearing a wetsuit.
Yeah. That's amazing. I figured he'd be wearing a seal. Fucking. I'm just going to climb right in there. You seem warm.
Just slipping right into it.
Just fucking.
She'll do. Shut up and take it. Oh, good for this guy, man. Matthew Bryce, we drink a toast to you, sir. Prost.
Prost.
Oh, and after a good giggle, we're going to head into some more depressing news.
Yay.
Our next story comes to us from The Verge and CNET, and I'm going to turn this over to Patrick here in just a moment. This is a story about Uber, everybody's favorite ride-sharing app. I've used Uber at least 800 times in my life. I'm a huge fan of Uber, and we actually have one here in our local, small, tiny fucking town. I thought about becoming our second until somebody told me horror stories about people barfing in the back of your car. So,
oh, that's great.
Yeah, fuck that. The minute somebody pisses in my back seat, I am going to beat a motherfucker to death.
Beat the Uber right out of him.
So, Patrick, tell me about the 1984 Orwellian horror story that is Uber.
Do you like being tracked by Big Brother? Then you'll love Uber. They have started tracking. Well, they've gotten sued for tracking before with their God app, their God program.
Wait, whoa, God what?
No, they had a God program, and they would track you wherever you were and find out your locations, most used, and whatnot.
Okay.
And this is all this is to fight against Lyft.
Well, Lyft, everywhere I've been, like, Lyft has always offered me, like, $50 free credits, and I go to Vegas quite a bit for training and entertainment and stuff like that in business, and Lyft is everywhere these days, and they seem to be way cheaper, plus you can tip your Lyft driver, like, you can take care of your Lyft driver. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, I haven't used either yet, so...
You haven't used Uber at this point?
No, I just drive myself.
Oh, I use the fuck out of Uber whenever I'm on...
I didn't even know we had it in town.
Yeah, we have. There is one Uber driver in town, and he's a pretty cool guy.
Oh, great.
Anyway, go ahead.
All right,
Uber's been tracking us.
So yeah, God Mode, they got sued for that, and then they came out with a new program called Hell. So props on their names, God Mode and Hell.
Yeah, these guys are way into the whole religious thing.
Apparently, they track you real time and know exactly where you're at, whether you ask for permission or not. Like they say, do you have permission? It doesn't matter.
Isn't that illegal as fuck?
Yeah, they're probably gonna get sued for it.
Man, that seems really, really illegal.
Yeah, it's like next thing you know, they're gonna be trying to chip us. Like you're worried about government, Uber's gonna chip you first.
You know, I actually, now that I think about it, I don't know that is illegal, because who would have thought of that? Who would have thought of that during any of the lawmaking process leading up to that? This has never been an issue before. We haven't had the power.
No, this is new territory.
Yeah, we've never had the power to track someone every minute of every day. And I say that, of course we have, because our phones have been built with GPS for 20 or 30 years or whatever.
You can put cameras wherever you want. But
right, but that's American government black ops shit, not just some random fucking company.
Yeah, this is a random company, but they had real-time tracking, and apparently if you delete their app, they can still track you. So if you download their app, they're tracking you. You delete it, somehow they're still tracking you.
Deleting is the I don't want to deal with you anymore of...
Oh, they're the crazy ex-girlfriend that you cannot get rid of. And it's not like they got to fill out an application to track you
again.
Yeah, they don't have to fill out an application. Apparently, people have been using this to track their girlfriends or boyfriends.
Oh, fuck you.
If it's out there, you can do it.
Oh, fuck you.
So it's a big fucking creepy thing going on.
That's how my ex used to be able to find me all the time. What are you doing at the bar right now?
Yeah. It's like fucking drinking a beer.
After the divorce, I've discovered the dating world is weird.
Oh. It's scary out there. Wrap up.
No glove, no love, kids. But we're going to defund Planned Parenthood, so you're going to have to get a hold of us at Gmail.
Yeah, don't wrap up twice, because that'll just fail.
Man, really, they can track you anywhere they want online at any point in time of day.
Exactly.
That is fucking Orwellian as shit. And this comes back to a lot of the data mining issues, because Google is a beast, man. That thing tracks everything you ever search, everything you want to search. It combines it with your Facebook posts. It looks for keywords of interest, and then you fucking combine Uber with that, and they know every fucking thing.
They're going to know when you take a piss, because they're going to know exactly where your bathroom is in your floor plan, apparently.
Right, and if they so if you were Googling prices for asparagus the day before, they're gonna know how your piss smells.
Right. So you like data mining?
Data mining is brilliant.
Do you hate junk email?
Oh, oddly enough, I do.
Well, there's this new thing called Unroll Me that you can sign up for free. Now, the warning sign for anything tech is free.
Sure.
That comes with a price.
Yeah, free.
Yeah,
free.
It's not up front.
No, yeah.
But Unroll Me...
You're not going to pay now.
Yeah, but in the back end, ouch. Unroll Me was collecting all your data, because you download Unroll Me, you got to be aware of the risks, and they'd go through all your emails and say, you can unsubscribe from these people if you don't want their emails anymore.
Sure.
And so it makes it really quick and easy.
Sounds like a great product.
It does, except for they're selling your data.
Fuck off.
You know who they're selling your data to?
Google?
Uber.
Fuck, man.
Because Uber is that crazy ex-boyfriend that is wanting to find out if they're fucking Lyft right now. And that's all they're data mining for, is to find out if you're fucking Lyft right now. So that's how they're tracking you.
That's the fucking greatest thing ever. That's the greatest thing ever. Oh my god.
It's fucking scary that they're doing this.
Get a call from the Uber app.
Yeah. Are you fucking Lyft right now? Because Lyft is my ex-bitch. Fucking. But, yeah.
I just imagine Uber and Lyft having this conversation. We used to be friends, motherfucker. We used to be friends. What the fuck happened?
They're watching you with binoculars. They're fucking tapping your phones.
Oh man, Scientology could take a note from these guys.
Oh fuck! Don't give them any ideas. We don't need more of that crazy shit spreading.
Oh my fucking god! So ultimately, this boils down to now: is there a fucking way to prevent this? Please, God, tell me there's some way.
Don't download the Uber app.
Too late.
Or use Unroll Me.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Now this brings me to a different question that I want to talk about for just a minute. Is this the end of privacy, dude? Do we just fucking admit to it?
We are really close to giving up on privacy. For convenience, we are letting go of privacy. We already let them do the Patriot Act.
Yeah.
That kills our privacy right there.
Yeah.
The NSA is looking at everything you're doing.
Wait.
And now Uber is in competition with NSA.
Remember when that was the thing that pissed us off? When the Patriot Act, not like abolishing, our universe and getting in wars with Russia. Remember when it was just a Patriot Act seems so small compared to what we have to deal with today. Like give me 3 Patriot Acts in the place of imminent war with Syria and Russia and China and North Korea and everybody else and the Johnson Amendment, abolitions and everything. I miss being pissed about the Patriot Act. I really do.
Yeah, the Patriot Act was for war also.
No, I do.
So it wasn't great. We had 9/11 to get it.
It wasn't great.
But they called it the Patriot Act, so you had to pass it.
Oh, yeah. Freedom fries on the side.
Yeah. That whole fucking nutshell.
All right then. Well, I mean, I've always kind of been an advocate of this. Like, fuck it. Privacy is coming to an end. I've really got nothing to hide. I kind of live my life on Front Street. All my great shames are pretty much out there in the front. And I've told you many times, I'm jerking off right now. I got no shame. Dignity in a sack is worth a sack.
You have not contracted me to delete your browser history in case of accidental death.
Nope. Actually, yeah. I want to contract you to publish it now that we have a podcast.
Deal.
I think if you read that live on air, if I were to die, if you read that live on air.
You can find that on Patreon after he dies. For an extra $1 per episode, you can get his browser history.
Yeah, so, but I think we're coming to the end of privacy. Now, Uber.
Right.
German word. Does it surprise you that an apparently German company is bringing us to I think this is Hitler reborn.
Yeah, this is 1940s Germany, not current Germany, because current Germany is so scared of that reputation, they'll do anything to get away from it.
Yeah, no, this is angry, old school, militant Germany just coming to end privacy in general.
This is Nazi Germany. V for Vendetta.
You said the Nazi word.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, after the break, when we come back, we're going to get out of all this political mumbo-jumbo and bullshit. We're going to jump into some trailers. Patrick shared the Wonder Woman trailer with me, the Kingsman 2 trailer, which actually looks fucking so amazing. I know, it looks delicious. That was a fucking sleeper movie, but we'll get into that. And finally, the one I am most excited to talk about, which is, and this is going to sound so stupid, the Baywatch trailer. There's going to be a lot of gay shit during that one, so grab yourself another drink, come back to us after the break, and you are listening to Bullshit. Hold my beer. You are listening to Bullshit. Hold my beer. Coming at you from the cold, cold heart of the scorching Mojave Desert. If at any point in time you want to get a hold of me or Patrick, feel free to contact us. Our social media platforms are going to be available in the bottom. They're going to be BSHMBeer. That's BSHMBeer. And we can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We can be reached at Gmail at all of those handles. And most importantly, we really want to spell this one out for you. If at any point in time you want to get a hold of us and show us that we're doing an amazing job, that you'd love to hear more, that you want to give us money to embarrass ourselves on air for as long as humanly possible, feel free to find us at our Patreon page. That's going to be patreon.com/BSHMBeer. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening. Feel free to grab that subscribe button. Feel free to download as many as you possibly can. Share it with a friend. Give us a like. A 5-star review on iTunes would be amazing. We will take whatever you get. The pandering does not end here. And now, back to the show. Welcome back to Bullshit. Hold My Beer. Now we're going to jump into the fun part of the show where we talk about all the shit we're excited to see coming up. We're going to begin with Wonder Woman. You and I kind of had a disagreement about this in episode 1. You said you were kind of out to lunch. I told you that I was excited about it. Does that still hold? Are you still kind of out to lunch about it?
Still out to lunch. I'm going to see it.
Okay.
But I'm not very excited about it.
It looks really, really good to me. You've got an incredibly, and this is terribly misogynistic or whatever, but you've got an incredibly attractive female lead. You've got what looks like the same punchy, sharp, comedic Marvel writing, and
I hope so.
And you've got some great bullet time special effects. Like they're not sparing any change on the special effects or anything else. Now it's a DC show,
right? I'm not a DC Marvel guy. I want all films to be great because I like to be entertained.
Sure.
And but DC so far has been dropping the ball, and so there is hesitation for me on getting excited for a movie, which might work out in my favor because I'll go into the movie.
You have low-ass standards.
Yeah, low-ass standards, zero expectations. So I might come out thrilled to where somebody's very excited.
I might come out like, nah, whatever.
Yeah.
But, I look at this. I feel like DC might have finally gotten the formula right. They might have finally started laughing at themselves. And this feels like a Marvel movie to me.
So what's his name? Chris Pine?
Yeah.
The side character in it?
Yeah, well, he's sort of the male lead, but definitely you're a side character when you're across from Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So
who isn't?
But now, that being said, I had the same kind of jazz for Suicide Squad.
Right.
And though I walked away from Suicide Squad thinking, oh, great movie, there's also the understanding that that was not the movie that they sold us. It had none of the comedic punch that I was looking for.
It was a weird feeling watching Suicide Squad. And I hope they get their shit together for this one's, like, from this one on. Because I'm very, I love the DC characters. I love the Marvel characters. Like I said, I'm not in any camp.
Right.
I don't like that. But I hope they get their shit together with this. And then, Gal Gadot, she hasn't led a movie yet.
Right.
She's always been
kind of a supporting role. It looks really good. Now in the trailer, of course, they open on the cliffs of, I don't know, fucking insanity. They're in Greece. This looks like an origin story. We start with her as a little girl.
Right.
And they have kind of the Arthurian, only the greatest champion can pull this sword kind of thing. And her kind of self-discovery. I feel like this is going to be a long movie because we're going to watch her sort of evolve. One of the trailers, it looks like her mom dies as a victim of a gunshot from a World War II. We're guessing World War I.
World War I.
Yeah, we're guessing World War I era gunshot. And it looks like she's going out to prevent World War I, or at least combat World War I. She's kind of doing the Captain America thing.
Keep the peace. Yeah, that's exactly right. She's like DC's Captain America.
And we talked about the fact they're playing up the sort of foreign accent. Now, granted, it's random, generic foreign accent because she almost sounds mildly Russian, and the character is supposed to be Greek.
Right, but she's South American, so we're all over the place with that one.
We're traveling all over the globe. It's a pick and choose.
With it.
It's like me doing a Trump accent and sounding much more like JFK.
Right?
Or Mayor Quimby.
Mayor Quimby also.
We're gonna do a thing and it's gonna be amazing.
Right. I want to be excited for it, but it's. I
hope DC learned their lesson with Suicide Squad because.
Well, Suicide Squad and everything else. You made Superman boring. Batman, Superman, you had Martha. Fucking, I don't know what to do with these guys. Right at this point, Suicide Squad was a fucking MTV music video for most of it. I liked it.
The music was great. Yeah. I remember stopping halfway through, and I can't remember who I went and saw the movie with. But
great soundtrack.
Yeah, I said I need to buy the soundtrack.
Yeah, but it lacked the substance that it needed.
Yeah, a little bit of depth, but
it was a little thin for me.
When we look at the upcoming JLA movie, the Justice League movie, I think that it has a lot of comedic punch. It looks in the trailers. It looks, and we talked about that week one.
Every trailer for DC has been good. That's how they've been selling tickets.
True.
is they have great trailer guys.
And Batman.
Well, yeah, Ben Affleck Batman.
Well, not even Ben Affleck. Let's face it, DC's been riding a lot off Christian Bale's sort of... Christian Bale. You were never a Christian Bale.
I'm a Michael Keaton Batman guy.
So am I.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna get off topic, but Batman was an awkward fucking billionaire. He wasn't Hugh fucking Hefner.
Right.
He was Steve Jobs. But yeah, so Wonder Woman, it looks great. I honestly am really excited to see it. I think
it looks good, but I'm just in reservation mode. I'm gonna see it, but I'm keeping my expectations low.
And I can't get you out of that, can I? I can't peel you.
Oh, I've seen every trailer and I want to get excited. Like, I want to be excited to see it, but I can't. There's something about me that's like, no.
That was like me losing my virginity. I wanted to get excited that it was going to happen.
Hopefully I don't fucking go to the movie all shaky and shit and then leave early, but...
That only happened like 4 times. Fuck you.
Like, well, I saw the beginning credits. I'm done.
Dude. I got to see the previews. Yeah. I don't know. I really feel like they've got a lot going. The action sequences look fucking incredible.
Look great.
And I love that we've gone back to bullet time. It looks like we're kind of abandoning shaky cam.
Oh, fuck shaky cam. That shit needs to go. Worst invention ever. Oh, let's just shake the fucking camera and call it a great film. Look, there's action happening that you can't see. If Bruce Lee didn't need shaky cam, so it should not exist. He just needed a kitten in the background to let you know when shit's happening.
If you count the number of cuts in a Bourne fight scene, like if you took a drink, just a drink of a beer, a sip of a beer for every cut in a Jason Bourne fight scene, by the end of a Jason, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
By the end,
I just throwing up shit myself, fucking by the end of that movie. Because that's how that works.
That's weird because that's my morning usually. So, even if they had to go to CGI to really make it look amazing, you know what? I don't give a fuck. It looks beautiful. The fact that Wonder Woman, the actress, do you know the actress's name?
Gal Gadot. Some say Gal Gadot and some say Gal Gadot. I'm not 100.
I'll go Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot sounds better.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's correct.
We'll go with that. But she just looks like she carries it off. She looks like she has that sort of detached...
got the look. She is a thinner, athletic, so you don't need a bodybuilder to play Wonder Woman.
No.
Yeah.
And also, she looks like... I was kind of going for the fact that she looks kind of detached from everything. She looks like she doesn't understand modern... modern at the time, but
fucked on her origin. I said South American, but she's actually Israeli, I believe, and she was in the Israeli army.
Oh, thank God you brought that up, because otherwise we got a ton of those tweets
but
and emails.
Actually, you're on the wrong side of the planet. But I just remember that story just popped up in my head that she was in the Israeli army. So
well, Israeli is nearly Greek.
Yep.
That's like saying Mexican is nearly Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
I think I just lost a bunch of points with our European listenership, which is exactly 0. But hey, feel free to send this to an Israeli friend.
If you could send this over to them just to piss them off, we'd appreciate the downloads.
Well, okay, so again, we're going to use our system, and I'm beginning to think we need a better system versus the 1 out of 10 cocks, because let's face it, we've got an amazing, gorgeous lead who seems really strong. And before we get to the rating system, this is the point I was driving at earlier.
Right.
She seems like a strong lead. I like the fact that she seems to be sort of walking the line between feminism and femininity, which I think is a delicate sort of line. That's a whole nother... That's
a whole nother special episode.
We should really be writing these down. I'm bringing a chalkboard into the studio so I can just jot these down.
Just so you know, all that's a whole nother special episode. Is in the cloud right now, so we don't actually know what we're going to pull down. So if you just email us, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, whatever, with ideas that you want to hear for our special episodes, and we can get those down.
Yeah, definitely. And feel free to subscribe at patreon.com to hear those special episodes. More importantly, it looks like in the trailers we have this strong female lead. We have the male lead actually taking a back seat, which I kind of like. I kind of like that in this movie. The fact that, it's Wonder Woman. It's not Wonder Woman as sidekick to random World War I guy. It is fucking Wonder Woman.
Right.
So by all these powers combined, I'm really excited to see this movie. That being said, this is an amazingly attractive female lead, so if I were to give it 1 out of 10 cocks, like 1 being limp as fuck, 10 being the greatest rager I've ever had in my life.
But for the movie. Right.
I don't know that I can separate the two, because they're intrinsically linked. But we will give it a shot. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, let's take... on a scale of awesomeness from 1 to 10, 1 being North Korea, 10 being the Scandinavian...
Ragnar.
Yeah, the Scandinavian system. Yeah. The Scandinavian governmental system.
Oh, there you go, yeah.
Yeah, the 1 being North Korea, 10 being the Scandinavian...
That is polar opposites. Good job.
Yeah. Governmental system. Where are you? Where do you sit for Wonder Woman?
6.
Okay, it's funny. I was going to say I'm a solid 6.5. Yeah. I'm not quite a 7, and it's funny that we come in near the same number because I'm not... Again, it's Wonder Woman. It is part of the fact that it's the DC universe.
Right.
It's
I want them to succeed.
Yeah. You've actually talked me down from a 7. I was at a 7, but when you bring into perspective, like, hey, DC, bro, like Superman, Batman, this is going to be a thing. I think you put her across from Ben Affleck though, and you are going to have fucking magic.
Right, but he's not in it.
No. But he's in the Justice League.
Justice League, yes.
And I feel, God, I gotta stop saying. I think that she, across from Ben Affleck, those two are going to be an amazing foil. You add Jason Momoa in a role where he can play a strong, silent, incredibly pecked out, tattooed motherfucker, and then this new guy is. And I'm back into a JLA review, but
right.
Regardless, I am
this one first.
I am a 6.5 on seeing this movie.
Yeah, I'm not incredibly excited, but I see myself going to see it.
Yeah, most likely. So that's Wonder Woman. If you have the opportunity to see it, if you've seen it already by the time you hear this show, feel free to get in touch with us. Next up, we are going to talk about the Kingsmen.
You know, if you were keto, you wouldn't be having these flatulent episodes.
I think I could find a way. We're going to talk about Kingsman Golden Circle.
Yes.
This is the sequel to the fucking sleeper of the millennium. This movie came out of fuck nowhere.
If you haven't seen it, fucking go see it.
Yeah, the first Kingsman was just, it was a treat. Samuel L. Jackson was probably the biggest name in it. And I feel like he put in the weakest performance. Well, his performance was amazing. The character was confused as fuck. But it doesn't matter, man. You have a chick with knives for legs, and you have just a final head-exploding scene set to orchestral...
Spoilers if you haven't seen
There's a bunch of... We're going to talk spoilers as far as Kingsman 1, apparently. But, it's a sequel. There's a few things we got to spoil. In the fact that this is basically a mentor movie. This is a mentor finds his replacement, trains his replacement up, and then dies.
Right? It somehow might be back for the sequel.
Well, yeah, and you were saying this is a comic book movie.
Right.
I had no idea about that. No fucking clue
that's
whatsoever.
Where you get the metal hands and shit. This is way better than James Bond for me. Like, James Bond, I can give a fuck. But if you show me Kingsman, I'm all in.
Well, James Bond was the foundation for stuff like this. I have a bunch of comic books called Danger Girl, which are the comic book versions of James Bond.
Right, and I had Danger Mouse, so that was kind of the same thing.
Well, we're both big Archer fans, and Archer is James Bond animated and made fucking ridiculous. So James Bond laid the foundation for a lot of this. And James,
I can't say it because I don't know how far back the comic book goes. I'm not that much of a connoisseur of it, but
yeah, and Bond was a ridiculous character in his day, and that's what we're looking at here. We're
Jaws
looking at
and shit like that. Yeah,
we're looking at ridiculous spy movie basically.
But now I think Bond's taking itself too seriously. And this is not. This is.
Oh yeah, well it tried to do
point.
It tried to do a film noir kind of thing, and I think it captured a certain audience. But Kingsman has definitely given us back what we will, because if you and I are going to talk our Bond, We want a Bond that's a little bit more violent, a little bit more punched up, a little bit more action-packed, a little bit more gadget-filled, and just basically the Kingsman.
And a little bit more fuck you attitude, which he had.
He certainly did. It's a good story. It's a good, fun foundation to basically take itself as a romp, as maybe a platform to teach some lessons about things in general and kind of sneak them in there. But mostly this is just a fun spy thriller romp. And
they're bringing in what? They're bringing it over to America, it looks like, with Channing Tatum.
Oh, so let's...
the Statesman is the next crew.
Yeah, let's break this down bit by bit.
Okay,
First off, we have Eggsy is the main character. This is the character who was the student in the first one, and eventually, by the end of the first movie, becomes the master. And it looks like we have Eggsy as a Kingsman, kind of doing his Kingsman missions, and his mentor has died, and he's sort of replaced him, and they're named after Knights of the Round Table, which is where the Kingsmen...
So Eggsy, I believe, became Lancelot.
Yeah, he became Lancelot. And we still have Merlin, which is Q, basically the Q character. And that was Merlin, yeah?
Yeah, that was Merlin.
Yeah, exactly.
He was Merlin, yes.
Yeah, you kind of gave me an odd look. You're making some hard eye contact. I thought maybe it was going to be... Maybe we're going to start talking about Kylo and Finn again. But Eggsy... It looks like Eggsy has sort of come into his own, and he's doing the standard Kingsman thing. And then out of nowhere, we have... I can't tell if it's Buckingham Palace or Kingsman headquarters or both.
If it was blown up by the missile, that was the Kingsman's headquarters.
That's what I thought. It's Kingsman headquarters.
That was the tailor shop that they...
Oh, that's right. That's right. The tailor shop where they made their... Now, there's a great line. Every man needs a bespoke suit. And soon enough, as soon as we get enough patrons, you and I are going to get bespoke suits.
Well, you be more Kingsman, I'll be more Statesman.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that. Yeah. We'll talk about that. I have an American Duster that'll fit you, made in Australia.
American Duster in Australia.
Yes. Out of nowhere, a missile strikes the Kingsman headquarters. And then they give no real explanation. In the first movie,
which is great. I don't want to know what the fucking movie's about.
Yeah, exactly.
They sold me by calling it Kingsman too.
Yeah, Golden Circle.
Golden Circle, yeah.
We needed... And the Merlin character in the first movie was fan-fucking-tastic because he was Q with an attitude. He could still get in there and get busy and get dirty and everything else, but he was mostly the inventor guy. We get a ton of... We get maybe his meet-cute, his girlfriend, what have you. Because we get kind of a glimpse of her. She's sitting at the table. She's wearing the Kingsman glasses and stuff like that. But it looks like the Kingsman headquarters sort of gets obliterated, and he has to kind of go on the mission, on the rogue, I guess, and look for allies. And
go
that's
on
where
tour.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Go on tour. And that's where we get the Statesman. And Channing Tatum crops in as the Statesman. And, of course, if you got the Kingsman is the British, the Statesman is...
Yeah, the Americans.
The American.
With the flask belt buckle.
Yeah, the flask belt buckle. And you've got, I think at one point in time he's...
getting as soon as they make that available. That'll make the movie-going experience fucking worth it.
And then... at one point in time we see somebody wielding a whip. We see somebody with doing pistol tricks, and this seems a little bit like Fantastic Beasts, giving the nod to the American to jump into the Harry Potter universe. Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, take a left turn and then bring it back.
Fantastic Beasts gave a nod to the American schools. This is almost like the Kingsmen being a British. They're giving a nod to the American side of things and saying, hey, great, we have the Kingsman, you have the Statesman, and we have two very different styles on how to handle shit. Because we see Channing Tatum putting people's heads through kegs and using a shotgun and wearing a duster and wearing a cowboy hat right across from...
And the flask belt buckle.
And the flask belt buckle.
Because if you're going to have a big belt buckle, might as well hold booze.
Oh, it better hold booze. Honestly, I really think if... I would reconsider all those guys that grew up in Oklahoma if I found out that their belt buckles contained booze. I would have a much higher opinion of them.
Right.
It looks like the classic sort of setup. You've got the proper effete Englishman versus the sort of rough and ready American, and I think they're going to play wonderfully together.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, Channing Tatum is a bit 50-50 for me because I saw him in the space movie where he was a space werewolf.
I thought he was a space elf.
Whatever. What the fuck movie was that?
Nobody can remember.
Yeah, Jupiter Ascending?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
So you remembered. You're the one guy to remember what that fucking movie was called. Target audience found.
Yeah, the movie where she was offered the opportunity to be the queen of the universe, but instead decided to scrub toilets.
I didn't see it.
Hey, Sean Bean dies in it, so spoilers.
So Game of Thrones, he dies in everything. Right. Can he stay alive in a movie? Fucking hell.
He needs to get with the Bee Gees for a little while.
Right.
But Channing Tatum, he showed up in that where he played kind of a space elf, space werewolf, space pointy ear, and he lost a lot of my faith. I'm really hoping he can redeem himself.
Because, I mean, after 21 and 22 Jump Street,
now that's
if you give him a comedic type role, even a comedic badass, I'm sold.
Yeah. And Jupiter Ascending was very much him trying to play a straight guy, not a straight guy and not comedic.
Right. I got you.
But this looks like it has plenty of room and opportunity. If you watch the first Kingsman, they make fun of themselves.
Because his comedic timing's really come along.
Well, if you put him across from Jonah Hill?
Jonah Hill.
Yeah,
yes.
You put him across from Jonah Hill, he's going to learn a thing or two.
Right. And
so,
I think he definitely went to school with their 21 Jump Street.
So
came out way better.
And this is a movie that has a franchise that has a reputation for coming out of East Jesus with brilliance. And they're showing us in the trailer, they're showing us nothing but that same brilliance sort of repeated. I mean, we've got a villain at one point in time who's an amputee with a bionic arm and a hand that shoots out, and we see him peeling up concrete and smashing it against Eggsy. We see people who are not Channing Tatum, who might be other statesmen, doing pistol tricks.
I saw the dude in there somewhere.
Right. Yeah, the Lebowski, all of them. It's the dude abides. Dave's not here, man. It looks like we're gonna be in for it. Like, they took our sort of feedback from the first movie and where we said, oh yeah, this is great, you can go bigger if you want, and they said, oh, we can, excellent, let's do that.
Yeah, you can make it international, that'd be great.
Yeah, and they blew it up, and we have what looks like impossible. We've got that ski lift scene where they have, it looks to me like they have some sort of laser-based grappling hook that is keeping them from perishing some magical way.
Why not?
I don't need... All I need is the thinnest of scientific explanations for this, and I will fucking take it.
I don't even need that. You just fucking give me a good movie. I'm good. I don't care if it makes fucking sense. One, fucking gravity cannot exist, and I'm fucking gonna be down.
They're on a flat Earth. If it's a good movie, I'm going for it. If they're on a
flat Earth, I'm gonna fucking buy. Hey, whatever. Make it good. I'm buying it.
So, Kingsman, man, 1 out of 10.
9. I'm on a 9.
You're on a 9.
I'm gonna see this.
That
no
is
fucking way I'm missing it.
That's even higher than you gave Thor.
Right.
Oh shit. Ooh, I was gonna weigh in at a heavy 8, but you're at a 9.
Yeah, I beat you.
Ooh, all right.
So we're seeing it, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're seeing it. We're seeing it now. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. We're gonna see it. We're gonna put the BSHMB pre-approval stamp on this movie, and really, I think we're gonna identify heavily. I'm gonna identify heavily with the Kingsman character Eggsy. I think you're gonna identify heavily with the Statesman.
Right.
And we're gonna walk out of there. I'm gonna go buy myself a bespoke suit with all that Patreon, that sweet podcasting cash that's coming our way, and you're gonna go buy yourself an amazing duster and cowboy hat and a flask belt buckle. And
I'm not giving up on that goal. It's gonna have that flask. Fucking drink on the go. Fucking on my belt.
You might be getting the better end of this deal, honestly.
Oh, I think so.
All right, so you have it directly from us. Please go see the Kingsmen. Support this franchise. Give them some money. Vote with your dollar and make them realize that they are beloved, not only by you, but by BS Hold My Beer. In a moment, we're going to tackle the one I'm really looking forward to, the Baywatch trailer.
Yeah.
And Baywatch, man,
Baywatch.
I am super psyched to see this. This is, Oh, man, this is right up my alley. This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who I have a humongous man crush on to begin with. And
who doesn't at this point?
Yeah, really. You showed me the videos of him working out in the gym yelling, "Focus!
Focus!"
And the look on his face when you can tell he's yelling at other people, "Focus!" And then he kind of grins at him and then gives them the rock face and then grins at him again.
It's all okay again. Then you feel safe.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy I really kind of want to hang out with. But man, Baywatch, this looks outstanding. This looks like 40-Year-Old Virgin territory. This looks like 21 Jump Street territory.
Oh man,
The
Rock's comedic timing is definitely on point, and Zac Efron's has come miles away from where it used to be.
Well,
like, Neighbors.
Neighbors.
I first saw him come and be funny.
Yeah, Neighbors I thought was a master stroke because I'm a little out to lunch on Seth Rogen. Or Seth Rogen?
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah, Seth Rogen. I got the right. I was thinking. I thought I'd mistaken Seth Rogen for Joe Rogan. No, I haven't. It's late in the show. We've had a lot to drink. But no, Zac Efron. Fuck me.
Seth Rogen.
No, Zac Efron.
Okay.
When he across from Seth Rogen, he really sort of learned his comedic timing, and he looks like he's just taken that to the fucking bank. That is marketable talent.
Oh yeah.
And Neighbors was a great fucking movie. I feel like this is right in the vein of like Superbad, 40-Year-Old Virgin. Just a great.
I think Neighbors broke him out into the more general audience. I don't know what he was doing before. I think it was like High School Musical or something.
Yes, it was.
Okay, you'd know more than I would.
Yes, I would. Oh, how many musicals have you done?
Yeah,
fucking zero. Yeah, we did that bit.
Yeah.
But man, this looks so good. Just it looks like one of those trailers that acknowledges the fact that it is based off a shitty 90s, sort of television show. It makes all the references, you know. Why does it always look like she's running in slow motion? You see that too? Yeah, that's that Pam Anderson reference. And let's face it, man. Let's give props to The Rock, bringing the Hoff and his character to something that is highly, highly elevated.
He's got several up on the Hoff. If you're going to be the Hoff or the Rock, who are you going to be? You're going to be the fucking Rock.
I'm going to be the Rock, hands down.
Every day.
That's the bottom line. And there's the great scene where the woman tells him, "You can take me," and he says, "What? Not now, or another time, or something," and just throws her in the drink.
Yeah,
because you're the fucking Rock. Yeah, you.
Things work on your time. You don't work on the things time. There.
Yeah, you could pretty much dictate when you're gonna put it to any woman ever. When you're the Brahma bull, you make the rules. There's in the trailers we watched. There's another great one where Zac Efron is making a sand sculpture, and The Rock tells him, "Yeah, it's great. Just make my pecs a little bit bigger and make sure you get my front bump." And Zac Efron tells him, "Yeah, that's a huge dick," and he goes, "Huge dick." And I just really love the idea of The Rock wanting his dick to be portrayed as huge, because it shows he has the same.
Who doesn't?
It's the same.
If you die and you're memorialized by one thing, you're like saving the earth, world peace. Now, can you just tell everybody I had a huge dick?
Huge dick. That's
that would
all.
Be super.
My statue needs to have just a massive, huge dick. Everybody else can judge from there. That's and oh. Man, it looks too good. Now, granted, we've seen almost nothing of action scenes in it. Just a bunch of sort of comedic, goofy, and it's such a thin premise. This movie is a terribly weak premise. This is lifeguards chasing down a drug dealer on their beach.
This is 21 Jump Street. On the beach.
With The Rock.
So I'm sold. If you make a great comedy, I'm there.
Yeah, and this is 21 Jump Street on the beach. I
because I heard they were going to make 21 Jump Street when it first. I haven't seen a trailer. I just heard the concept. Oh, they're going to make it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you actually you had to sell 21 Jump Street to me because it was something
we lived through the original 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, and it was kind of this gritty teenagers being cops, sort of weird. Fucking. It just didn't play. But the new 21 Jump Street, it flew hands down, and then now we have a movie that seems like it's in the same vein, that doesn't take itself too seriously. There's some great comedic scenes, and this just looks like a laugh out loud riot. This looks like something my abs are gonna hurt the next day.
Yeah, we're gonna get an ab workout. Fortunately, it won't be looking like The Rock by the time we're done watching the movie. But
oh, I know. And Zac
Efron
in this fucking movie. Good God, I want to get this guy's personal trainer's number because he is yoked as fuck. This guy, he is vascular, and there's the scene. It is less than a second. He's just grunting and flexing, and I was sold.
Sold on you, grunting and flexing.
Yeah, I can see them. They put Vin Diesel across The Rock in the Fast and Furious series, and you just thought, man, Vin Diesel looks awfully small. And then Vin Diesel wins a fight against him, and you're like, what?
Well, he looks awfully small and doughy compared to The Rock. Yeah,
kind of gooey and just...
If he wasn't such ingrained in the Fast and Furious, he'd never win that fight.
No, not even not a heartbeat. Yeah. The Rock would have ended it immediately. But if Zac Efron looks like he's the kind of guy like, this kind of reminds me. Did you ever see The Rundown?
Yes.
The Rock and Sean William Scott.
Yes.
Sean William Scott really, really fucking sold it for me. He did a lot of the physical work to star across. Because if you're going to star across in The Rock...
You better hit the gym.
Yeah, you pretty much got to be chiseled out of... Or you're going to do the Jonah Hill thing and just be the doughy, sidekick. Now, granted, Jonah Hill did lose a bunch of weight, and I don't want to take that away from him, and congratulations, Jonah Hill. Anyway, but yeah, if you're gonna star on one of these, and you really want to do that thing where you're going to compete with The Rock... You've got to do the work, and it looks to me like Zac Efron did the work. He's done his homework on his comedic timing. The Rock just has natural charisma. He has natural comedic timing. He just has ability all over the shop, and I don't even know who the blonde is, the Pam Anderson character, but it looks like they mock the fuck out of her quite a bit.
Right.
There's a great scene where they're all laying in a morgue together. And this is in the trailers. Yeah, and the fat drips in his mouth and everything else. And,
that's great.
But again, it looks like they poke fun at everybody. I feel as though they take turns. Everybody takes turns being the heel of the joke. This is going to be an absolute fun, goofy, silly, laugh out loud riot in my mind.
Oh yeah,
I have no question about it. I am super excited to see it. Are you?
Oh yeah. I love comedies. Like, any movie that gets me in theater is going to be a comedy.
Well, I mean, at least it has to have some comedic punch. We've talked about Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to have to make plans to go see that, because when we're recording this on May the fucking 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. Always. Or 4th be with you, May, as Yoda would say. But we're going to have to make plans to go see the Guardians of the Galaxy and do a movie review on that. But this is Zac Efron, The Rock, all the other people in the cast.
And all the other little people.
Yeah, all the other folks.
That make this movie possible.
In the cast. It looks like it's going to be too much fun. So
yeah,
it's going to be a great use of a Saturday. So I'll weigh in on this one first.
Okay.
I am at a 7 to see this movie. This is not going to be anything life-changing. It's not going to be anything I put in my cult classics, but it's something I am definitely wanting to see.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a 7. I just want to go and laugh, and it looks like it's going to be the good time I want to be.
Yeah, it looks like one that I can have a couple of beers in front of and a couple of beers afterwards.
Dude, we're going to have to take our Kingsman fucking belt buckle with our whiskey in it, and we're going to have a great time watching Baywatch.
So that being said, bringing this sort of entertainment segment to an end, it looks like the Kingsman is our number one vote out there. The Kingsman really sort of, it had you at, I think, a 9. It had me at sort of an 8. And
the first movie just blew me away. So the second coming of it,
yeah, when it realizes that it can do what it wants to do, I think we're going to see great things from the Kingsmen after that. It comes Baywatch, and Wonder Woman is taking a potent
seat today.
Yeah, it's taking a potent third place compared to some of the other stuff we've reviewed. Bad Bunch being one of them.
If we still had dollar theaters, that's where I'd go see it.
Oh, the Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my girlfriend wants to go see it, so I'm going to make that exception.
Yeah, you're going to.
But I have a feeling that's not one you and I are going to see together. Unless I go see it and then I tell you it's fucking amazing, come see it with me.
Going to see it with you is probably what's going to get me in there. So
okay, well then,
we'll have to do it for work.
Yeah, go. Hopefully this is work, and that's a great time to plug the opportunity for you to support us, to make this our job at patreon.com/BSHMBeer. Please give us money. That being said, we're going to bring this show to a close. We really super appreciate you being here. But before we go, we want to thank some very special people who have been here at the launch of things. First off, we want to thank Crystal. She is our first Patreon supporter at $2 an episode. She's going to get access to the special features Star Wars episode. That is a laugh riot. It is in the teaser trailer. If you are going through our back episodes and you're like, I don't remember hearing this Kylo Ren Finn thing, there is more to that. Go to patreon.com, become a $2 an episode supporter, and you will get access to that particular episode. It is outstanding. You'll also get access to special episodes every month that we cut for our $2 and above Patreon supporters. We're going to do one tonight, so if you like the vibe that's happening tonight, again, go to patreon.com/BSHMBeer and support us. I believe it's actually BS Hold My Beer, and I should not fuck that URL up in the future. But go to patreon.com, search BSHMB or BS Hold My Beer or some version of that, and you will find us. We are on all the social media platforms at BSHMBeer. That's going to be Twitter, that's going to be Facebook, that's going to be Instagram. Feel free to follow us. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes if you feel so magnanimous as to do so. Most importantly, we also, in addition to Crystal, we want to thank Joel. Joel was one of the first guys to get back to me about the fact that he listened to the show and he is willing to review this with me. We are looking for feedback. We are developing this show. This is episode 4. We would love to hear from you what you want to hear. Our job is to entertain you, not entertain us, entertain you. So please get back to us. I'd like to thank Josh Hakeem on Facebook. He was one of the first guys. Somebody asked for a link. I posted hastily, hey, it's available on iTunes and Stitcher. Somebody said, give me a link. He nailed it in seconds flat. He got on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and said, here's the link to their trailer at Stitcher. Go there and download everything else. And we've gotten huge support on our launch day. We've gotten massive downloads, and we're just so happy to have this kind of support. So thank you, Crystal. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody who liked all our posts on Facebook. Thank you to everybody who's following us on Twitter or who gives a shit about what we're doing. The idea is that we give you some heavy shit, we get you thinking, and then we get you laughing. So from all of us at BSHMB, that's bullshit, Hold My Beer, we'd like to raise a toast in your honor as we drink the last in our cups and say Prost, my friends. And with that, we're going to bring this episode to a close. This has been bullshit, Hold My Beer, and we'll be back in about 7 days with another fuckload of political blasphemy and hopefully tech reviews and entertainment. And if you can't wait that long, feel free to dig into our back catalog. We love you all. And from all of us at Bullshit Hold My Beer, we want to send a heartfelt thank you. Enjoy your week.